Oh my god, it's very dark at the moment. So hold on, let's get rid. I want that thing to go away. Anyhow, so yeah, it's quite dark at the moment. Can I get light on myself? No, I don't know how to use the buttons to get light. Actually, hold on a minute. I do have in this what is like a hotel room. Let me get this. I am going to put some lights on. Let's see if it works. Jesus, okay, I'll turn that off afterwards, but right, okay. So while it's all fresh in my mind, I'll do another update. This is also for a guy called Derek who's going to be going through this operation tomorrow. So that's why I'm sort of trying to do updates. So 44 hours after the operation, I would say I've been on and off in pain. I did a hell of a lot of walking around with the walker, more so because I was terrified to lie in bed. I'm lying in bed now, which is great, but when you've got this drainage thing, I've got this drainage thing inside, which is actually inside. Let me show you that. So that's the drainage, and that cable and everything is connected into a hole cut in my abdomen, or whatever you call it. So what can I say? What am I thinking? Yeah, the goal after the operation is to heal, walk around and try and get some of the pain out of your shoulder, and because like this shoulder here was really painful. Not too crazy. Actually, let me try to explain it better. It was like it was really aching, and I was kind of doing this to try and crank it, out. And but walking around really helped, and the pain medication really helps. You have to get the pain medication. Yeah, so I was walking around. I was like making sure I was breathing properly and just gauging where the pain is, and just trying to, monitor what was going on. And so I probably did like 50 laps of the hospital corridors, and then I got moved up to another room. So this is where I am right now, and then the goal now is to poo and pee. You're right there, fire starter. Good morning to you. Good morning. You should go back. Oh no, I was going to say you should go back to bed, but you might be on the East Coast or further east or something in America. But you could be anywhere in the world. I don't actually know where you are. But if your fire starter breaks, then there's a good chance you're in the US. But yeah, so how can I explain what's going on at the moment? The goal is to poo and pee and fart. And you sort of feel like after they've taken the catheter out, like you can't do any of it. You're never going to have anything again. East Coast, nice. I don't know. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. I think it depends on when I pass a stool, basically. Which is the last thing I've got to do. So that's another reason why I thought I'd do this now, because I woke up at 3:20, like farting. And I was like, oh, hang on a minute, I better notify them of that. So they now know that. I'm pretty happy to have actually farted. But the other thing as well is, like, for when it comes to peeing, you end up with like stage fright, because you sort of just stood there and you're like, nothing's coming out. I put the tap on, I put my hand under the tap and everything. But to all those people out there that are in this situation, sit down with the bottle, and then you can wee that way. It seemed to work for me. But basically, what they do is they after you've weed, they actually scan your bladder to see how much urine you've got in there still. And if you don't output enough, then they'll kind of want to put a catheter back in there. So I was stood up every time I was trying to go, and I couldn't go. And eventually I was like, okay, I'll try sitting down maybe. And then I just relaxed and put a film on or something on my phone, and it was great. It was a magical moment, doing something that you commonly do nearly every bloody day. But so that was awesome. And then doing a fart just now is the second from last step for what I need to achieve, because obviously the stool is the last thing, and then they'll have to pull this thing out, and I don't know what they do about that. I don't know if they do an injection just to numb it a bit, so I'm not looking forward to that one. But let me see what else has happened. Basically, the minute they pulled the catheter out, I made sure I was standing up, and I said, right, I'm gonna start walking the minute that you pulled it out, and that's what I did. So they pulled the catheter out, and from that moment, I just went off and I just walked around the corridors just on loop for like 50 times, because I wanted it so that if I needed to go to the toilet, I just wanted to know that I could actually walk to the toilet and do all that jazz. Because if I took the catheter out and just went straight back to bed again, that just wouldn't have worked. Talking's actually painful because, well, not painful, but I'm just losing my breath because you do get pain when you're sort of breathing a little bit. And so talking obviously is using my diaphragm a lot and all that jazz. I feel like Val Kilmer. Obviously, I haven't got it in the neck, but he has to do this and he has to talk sort of quick and then release again. So it's making me think of poor old Val Kilmer. But what else can I say? Drink lots of water. Eat all the meals that they give you. Eat everything, whatever it is. Just eat it because it's all balanced and exactly what your body needs, and so it makes sure you're in good stead for doing the stools and doing the urine. And then I've got stuff like this, which is good, some prune juice. So I'll be drinking that in the morning. Or maybe I'll drink one now, actually. But I would say I'm going to probably go to the toilet again in a minute. But getting out of bed is definitely a battle. It's... because I've had bad backs where I've spent ages trying to get out of bed. I'd say it's not as bad as that when you've got a bad back and you spend ages just trying to get your leg out, let it flop down and then pull yourself out. It's nowhere near as bad as that, but because I know I've got this thing stuck in me mentally, it's like but yeah, keep drinking the liquids, eat all the food they give you, and definitely consistently take the pain medications. I was told that with the pain medications, it can actually make you constipated and things like that, but I've definitely been consistently taking the pain medications and things have been going all right for urinating and whatnot. So obviously I've got the stool part coming up, so we'll see if I'm talking out my arse about that, but so far everything's running not too bad. But you do have that fear of, will I be able to do it or not? But I'm telling you right now, based on taking the tablets and all that jazz, sitting down to urinate into the bottle, you have to sort of sit on the edge of the toilet. It's been going all right. And what is this? It's Thursday now, so I got in on Tuesday, so this is like 44 hours after going into the operating theatre. Anyhow, I shall leave it at that. That is it. That is my update. I'm possibly going to go to the loo, and then I'm going to have a snooze again. I've got Coraline on. That's a great film. Watched that with the kids, so I'm going to put that on and fall asleep to that. And it's weird. I'm looking. Where am I looking? The camera's there, isn't it? So I'm not going to rotate around, but anyhow. Yeah. Cheers, Firestarter. You break some awesome cards for me tomorrow, please. Yeah. I just figure best to update like while it's happening, because otherwise I'll just forget the details. But yeah, thank you very much, and I'll maybe do a live update tomorrow. Going, I did a stool, yeah. Or I'll definitely have to do an update on how this was when it came out. Like, was it tickly? Was it like, ooh, whatever? I don't know. But I have to definitely update on that. Because that's what we all care about, isn't it? The pain stuff. It's like, how painful was it? How awkward was it? Anyhow, I better stop because talking too much is losing my breath and everything. But you take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Ta-da!